Admitted during the episode that there were moments where Tiffany was being shady, but she wanted Destiny to admit that she was being shady as well. And I understood where she was coming from because, yeah, she was making a whole bunch of facial expressions. She was rolling her eyes. She was over Tiffany, but I also felt like Tiffany had already done the damage and Tiffany was continuing to do the damage. So it was just kind of like, yeah, I am showing that I'm bothered by her, but she's continuing to do shit to bother me. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, y'all were in if y'all were in the interview last night, y'all heard her say that after that they were on the bus kikiing and laughing with each other. So Mel don't know what the issue is, but Mel just wanted Destiny to communicate clearly to Tiffany what she meant by have some coot, so she knows how to act moving forward, so that if she makes this mistake again, then she can't say you didn't communicate clearly to her what was required, right? But here's the thing, Tiffany doesn't give a fuck. To me, Tiffany doesn't give a fuck one way or another. I think Tiffany is one of those people that knows that she's this type of personality and she's fine with ostracizing people because of it. Because you can't tell me that you have a whole bunch of friends going around handling people in this way. Like, I get it, y'all. I am the abrasive friend. I'm the person that's going to be honest and say whatever. And it has lost me probably many a relationship because people can't handle my honesty. And that's fine because I don't need to be around people like that anyway. People are going to move out of your life as they need to. I need people that are going to accept me for who I am in full and allow me to do that for them. And then us have our moments and have to correct those moments, or understanding each other's isms and allowing us to have those isms without making a big deal or making it seem like the person is trying to fuck over you by just being themselves. Okay. But you also have to handle people with care if you want them to handle you with care. So Tiffany can't go around crying about the way people handle her or about the faces that Destiny makes or the comments that Destiny makes when she continues to punch people in the tit with the shit that she says up out of her mouth. Okay. And I do feel like at the end of the day, Mel is 100% loyal to Destiny. Destiny is her real friend. Tiffany is on the show because Tiffany is going to do what Destiny won't do, which is stir the pot, be messy, give more of her life than Destiny is willing to give. So yes, Destiny, you are my real friend, but I am not going to browbeat Tiffany for doing what needs to be done for our show to be successful. He knows how to explain away why he is not doing what he's supposed to be doing in the relationship. Bottom line, if Marceau was instilling in Tisha the security that she needed emotionally, she would not be worrying about what anybody else was saying about their relationship. But he creates that deficit. He chips away at her self-esteem. He chips away at what he allows for her to do. He chips away at her being a person and more so being his secretary or his helpmate. Like, that's the only thing she is good for or valuable in. And then here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing is what I noticed. As a man, you are really supposed to be confiding in your wife. You are supposed to be talking about your worries and your problems with your partner, with your wife, the person you've chosen to have children with and have business and homes and money tied to. That is the person that you are supposed to feel the most comfortable talking about your life stressors with. Yeah, there are some things we just talk about our girlfriends or our male friends with, fine. But the main huge things we should definitely be discussing with our partner. And Marceau feels like because Tisha is a woman, she is not smart enough or her opinion is not valuable enough to confide in her. But you have not poured into your wife in your relationship in a way that helps her feel stability emotionally. She doesn't feel it because you don't give it. And this episode was a perfect example of how Marceau does not stabilize Tisha and then finds other outside sources to blame for it. At the end of the day, Tisha was already being beat down in this relationship because you wouldn't let her do anything. And y'all had said that. Even if that's what y'all agreed to, she could have agreed to that because that's what you wanted, and she knew she wanted to be taken care of because she struggled so much. And it's hard to find a man with a good job, the mindset to build something so that y'all can have more in life. So Tisha thought she hit the jackpot with Marceau, but Marceau is emotionally unavailable. If she is insecure, I'm sorry, Jody, it's because you made her that way. Tisha says she still has a surprise from Marceau. And he mentions again to surprise him with a threesome. And I keep mentioning that because it's a joke. Everything's a joke. So when Tisha wants to do something spontaneous, well, if you're going to take this thing as a joke, then fine. It was a way to invalidate her. It was a way to dismiss what she wanted to do. Like if she wanted to do was juvenile and stupid because it was spontaneous and not planned. He did that. He absolutely did that in that moment. And that shit made me mad because I was like, so you joking about having a threesome, is you taking shit seriously? And why do you and your brother always like to impress upon your wives that you want a threesome? When the truth of the matter is, can you handle two vaginas at once? Can you handle the one you have? Because a lot of y'all niggas can barely supply the basic requirements for some of us, okay, which is minimum 3. Okay, what I mean by that is minimum 3 orgasms per session. I'm a woman. I should be having more orgasms than you. You have one big one. I should have multiples before you get to that one big one. That's how this works if you're to be good at your job, okay? So if you are not ensuring that for the one woman you have, then you can't give that to 2 bitches at one time. Is your dick gonna be hard the whole time? Talk to us. You want to talk about threesomes? Can you mechanically handle them? Is the question, dude. If you want to have a fucking Cosby's episode of your vow renewal, I get it. But you could have simply stood up and said, Tisha, listen, I know what you was trying to do here, but I love you and I value our relationship and our marriage too much for me to have it be this basic. So let's plan something better. For maybe next year, let's plan to do like the vow renewal next year, and it'll just be, how we want it, without this. But I love you and I appreciate you and I appreciate the sentiment.